Why do you feel like it's been hard to find your match?
My name is Latrice White. I'm a school counselor and I'm 32.
Okay, my name's Latea. I'm 27 and I'm a research assistant at the University of Minnesota.
Hello, my name is Antonia Eberemi. My age, I am 32.
My name is Jarrell Davis. I am 34 years old.
My name is Jandeltha Ray. I am 32 years old.
Tell us a fact about you that people are typically surprised to know.
I love teaching myself new things. So right now I'm teaching myself crocheting. People don't really think like I'm this like creative person because I'm like kind of just a little bit standoffish and quiet and stuff. So when I tell people like, yeah, I'm teaching myself how to crochet or I'm teaching myself how to do woodwork, like that comes at a surprise. Like, oh, you like to work with your hands? Yeah, I do.
I'm a dweeb. I love anime and I read webtoons on my phone.
What is Webtoon?
They're like little graphic anime novels. Oh, also, I would say I climb as one of my main hobbies.
Oh,
Like bouldering, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like, I love music. I'm a big music person. Music is a big aspect of my life. So someone with great music taste will have great chemistry with me because I love music.
Oh my goodness. Hobbies. I love to read. I like to do some different art things for more of a creative side. I currently play volleyball with some friends once a week, so we're in a little volleyball league, which is a lot of fun. And then travel. For me, travel is my favorite thing. I love to do solo travel or group travel, but I kind of prefer solo travel, at least right now while I'm single.
Yeah, I'm a multi-hyphenate, like you said. I sing, I rap. The only thing I can't do is dance. Maybe that's surprising. That's probably the only thing I can't do. I can do hair, I do nails, I paint, I draw. Lyrics are my thing. I'm a poet. I love camera work behind and in front of the camera. Storyboarding. Yeah, I like it all except for dance. I can't really dance. That's not my thing.
I like to be alone. So a lot of times like I'll just like shut down from people without communicating that I need some space. So I'm trying to get better at communicating that I need some space right now. Let me be alone rather than like just disappearing and then come back around like, hey, how you doing? Like, girl, where you been like for 2 weeks?
I work with Big Brother's big sister, so I hang out with her a lot on the weekend, my nieces and nephews, and I climb every Saturday and I go for a walk.
I think the thing about me that not everybody gets to experience is how soft I am. I think I'm the strong friend. Even though I'm trying to beat the allegation these days, I'm like, I'm very much a organizer. I like things organized. I want things to be together. I want people to be together. So I kind of step into that role when I see things are not going that way. And because of that, over the years, they've really come to expect that of me. Again, even though I'm trying to beat the allegation.
When I love people, I love them really, really well. And maybe that is something that people notice, but to me, when you're in my life and you're in my circle, you are going to never doubt like the love and devotion that I have to you or for you. And that's something I'm really proud of. I haven't always been that way, but I just want everyone to interact with me and be like, okay, like she's positive, she loves life, and they can feel a little bit of that outpouring in those interactions.
I can be extremely passionate. I don't want to use the word emotional, but I can be extremely passionate, and I don't do well with boundaries being violated, and so I can be very confrontational, and not necessarily in a way of like being disrespectful, but in a way that kind of makes other people uncomfortable because I'm confronting something that people might not be ready to confront, if that makes sense.
What am I looking for in a partner? Commitment, balance, authenticity.
I would say I prefer to date somebody that's black across the board, starting in there.
I should have started with that, man of God and black, okay? Yes, I prefer to be a black man. I've dated people outside of my race, and I just realized I'm way too pro-black, way too radical to to have that experience. No disrespect to people who are in interracial relationships.
I would love for my partner to have independence and that we can have lives outside of our relationship, but then be able to come together and have, you know, things in common and be able to hang out with our friends together.
Recently, I've like noticed like I'm a big caregiver, but I would like someone to just be like, oh my God, I'm so all for her. She's amazing. But someone who's well-rounded, knows what they want, knows how to have fun.
I like vulnerability, vulnerable people, people who are true to themselves.
One of my biggest icks is a man that does not know what they want. Like, I think that's why I kind of just gave up on the apps.
Someone that's not really in tune with their emotions yet, still learning how to control them. That's an ick to me. I mean, it's not a deal breaker because we're all still learning as we grow. People are still dealing with past traumas and trying to heal from that. So it's not a deal breaker, but like, let's get it together.
If you smoke cigarettes, if you don't value your family, if you got a DUI, lack of self-respect for yourself and not really believing in anything. So those are my deal breakers.
And I personally don't ask for anything that I'm not willing to give myself. So I'm like, yeah, know what you want and be honest about it and be confident, stand on that.
I used to be like, oh, I don't care. I absolutely care. And I'm not making concessions anymore when it comes to smoking. But other than that, I think if people are like disrespectful or rude, and we all have moments, right? We all have moments where we like kind of snap and you're like, ooh, I shouldn't have done that. But especially like if you're out in the world and you're like rude to a server or customer service people, that's just like an absolute like huge ick. I can't come back from it.
Something that gives me an ick is somebody that constantly talks about themselves or isn't considerate to me, because I am such a fruitful person with so much thought to give that I like when somebody can consider me as much as they consider themselves.
I feel like the dating scene now, like, it's like, oh, let's jump right into bed and then let's get to know each other later. Like, that's not really, I guess that's why it's been so hard for me to connect with someone, because like that's the only way we can connect. Like, I have more to give, you know, just rather than that. So yeah. I do have a kid who's 10, so I mean, sometimes that's a deal breaker for some people. For me, I'm totally fine with someone having kids, totally fine with someone not having kids. They just gotta be cool with me having a kid too. I have a dog, so like going on like to a dog park or just taking a walk around, depending on the weather. I mean, everyone has their own spiritual path. As long as they're not like praising any other God, I mean, that's totally fine. Like, you know, I like, as long as they're not going to that science building church downtown St. Paul, we're okay. I don't like to stress too much on things that I can't change, so I just go with the flow.
So you're not opposed to somebody making less than you?
No, I'm not. Well, I'm short already. I'm only 5 foot, so I need tall. I need someone way, like not way taller than me, but you know, past that 5'9". I'm taller than you with my heels on, or we're the same height. I don't know, I feel awkward. And then I don't know, I just like, I'm little, so I like to be held. Like, I need me a big man.
I pray and I do my devotionals, but I don't go to church right now actively because I found that like church can be confining. My biggest toxic trait is like, it's not gaslighting, let's be clear, and it's not lying, but I am very convincing, so I'll say something with a lot of vigor and like have no background of whether it's true or not, and then everyone around me will think it's true, and I'm like, wait, that's a lie. I don't know if that's actually true or not. I like being at home and I like spending time with people, but I want them to be in my home. But I also like going out and doing things with people, like travel seems fun. I've done it, so like I enjoy traveling, and like I enjoy seeing new things. Like, I try to go with the flow, but it eats me alive. And structure, I would say I'm organized.
I'm a bartender, so I love being a bartender. I have 3 brothers and 2 older brothers, 1 younger brother, and I grew up with 3 nephews also that are like my brothers, so I grew up with 6 boys. So I think that's a fun fact that people are shocked by, because now I think I'm a little bit more feminine, but growing up I was a little bit more tomboyish. I'm Nigerian. I was born and raised in Nigeria. I'm from Edo State. Both of my parents are from Edo State, which is more of the southwestern region. For me personally, I would say I could be a little bit of a perfectionist. Like, I like for things to be a certain way. I can be rigid sometimes in that for myself. And I think sometimes, it could be a good thing, but I think, too much of anything is not good. Growing up and just really knowing what I want out of a relationship and being more confident in myself and what I'm looking for, definitely acts of service. Like, somebody that thinks about me and is like, how can I make Antonia's day easier today? Like, what can I take off of her plate?
I work with EMS agencies and fire departments, and it's just like a very good environment, a really great group of people, so it's fun. I would love to be with someone who maybe isn't necessarily well-traveled, but is willing to get their passport and want to experience other parts of the world. I've lived overseas for a few years, and that just opened my eyes to what the world has to offer with different cultures and languages and food, and I don't want someone who maybe is just kind of stuck in the bubble of Minneapolis. Even though Minnesota is great, but there's a whole world out there.
Okay.
I'm the youngest, yeah.
What is your sign?
I'm a Libra. Religion is a bit of a tricky subject for me. I absolutely believe in God and that there is something greater than us in the world, but I have a bit of an odd background with religion, and I think there's some religious trauma there. I shouldn't say think, there absolutely is. So for me, organized religion is less important, and it's more important for me that the person I'm with believes in something other than themselves. I don't want to be in a relationship again where you feel like you have to kind of do everything together and you meld into one person. I want to be able to keep my independence, and I want the same for them. I'm so proud of the woman that I've become, and by no means am I perfect, but I do think that when it comes to a romantic relationship, this is the best I've ever been, and I'm only going to continue to get better.
I hated cats before I got my cat, and now I love her. She wasn't supposed to be with me, but as a single Black woman that has no kids, I prefer to be with somebody that doesn't have kids. I've tried, it's not for me. I do prefer to be, with somebody that's, we on our Riri and A$AP Rocky. I don't want to say that you have to be dripped down to the nines, but I also don't want to date somebody that's a bum and doesn't think about how they present either. No, I like to be at home. If I am outside, it's not like the club. I really don't like the club. I'm more of a bar or community events. I really love being in community. Height is important though, because I'm a tall girl, you know what I'm saying? So same height or higher, I'm about 5'8". Because I go to the gym, but I still got a little extra pounds, you know what I'm saying? So muscular, cool. I don't like skinny men. They like me. Conversation, very sapiosexual. I like my mind to be twerked on, you know what I'm saying? If y'all don't find a match for me, that's okay. I'm just a single Black girl out here trying to get it,